Hello.
And welcome to
Let the Girls Play. I'm Kelsey Bailey.
I'm Amelia Bain.
And we're talking the WNBA. Get pumped.
We're so excited. I feel like even just some preseason games, I'm already like acting like it's the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like that's the level of intensity I was bringing
Meet us
as
here.
a fan. Yeah, bring it up here.
You got to meet us up here. We're celebrating because guess what, baby? We got chartered flights.
We did it. I mean, we did nothing. Actually, no,
did
that's not true. We yelled a lot last season about
I
charter
like to
flight.
think somebody listened to us. All of our wonderful players are no longer having to, be subjected to flight delays and sitting in economy plus.
These tall people having
people.
to just sit in, like, I am 5'5" and I'm uncomfortable on a flight.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I'm in an aisle seat so I can stretch out, and I'm 5'9". What the hell is Han Shu doing? But yeah, so they're gonna be able to have chartered flights. So exciting! I know it's something that the WNBPA was very adamant about. So a huge success, and it was very funny. They announced it, and that day, I guess it was when the Aces were flying to Washington, and Asia was like, "Don't put out that letter if you don't have the plan, or you don't have the planes already ready." And it was like her going all the way like into economy.
I mean, these are, to me, the number one celebrities in my world. So like, to imagine just getting on a flight and seeing an entire WNBA team, they should not be bothered by someone like me.
Yeah, it's like it's one for players' health, but also players' safety. Now you have people who are following Caitlin Clark around, and it's like you can't let them be susceptible to that.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of people following Caitlin Clark around or being like weird to Caitlin Clark, that reporter that was weird to her at her first press conference, he's not allowed to report from the stadium this year. He has to work from home.
Hell yeah.
So more of that. Anyway, great news about charter flights.
And it's going to be nice to have chartered flights because guess what, baby? They got to fly to Toronto.
I was going to do that again. Sorry, I said Canada.
It's been reported, not officially by the WNBA yet, but everywhere else, the WNBA has approved the bid for, is that what they call it? A bid? For a WNBA team in Toronto coming in 2026. So next year we get Golden State. The year following, Toronto, baby.
Yeah. And so I think it's time for us to start speculating about the Toronto name.
I couldn't tell you anything about
what the Torontos? Like toes?
Feet are very big.
Feet are big.
Talk
right
about
now.
getting money.
Yeah.
What I know from there, Second City, the Toronto Catherine O'Hara's. I'd love that.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Since we don't know anything about Toronto, we asked our friend Sophie, fan of the pod, fan of the league, big fan of Toronto, because baby, she's from there. We asked her to sort of brainstorm what could potentially be some Toronto team names, because who knows Toronto better than someone from Toronto?
Hey, let the girls play. It's your Canadian correspondent here. These are my entries for WNBA's Toronto team. The Toronto Sorry. Now that's an obvious one. We're all going to go there. But what I've done for a few of these is I've also put in some potential chants. So, welcome, the Toronto Sorry. And everyone chants, pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. Next up, the Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is classic landmark, one of the 7 wonders of the world. It is not in Toronto. Could it symbolize Toronto? I think so. The Toronto condos. This is what makes up, unfortunately, more than half the city at this point because they just love cheap construction and making shitty condos. And it's kind of like, in my opinion, kind of ruining like those older Toronto neighborhoods a little bit. But again, we have a fun chant for this one. Glass box, glass box. The polluted lakes. Don't swim around here. I think that one's pretty fun. The Canada geese. Just imagine the entire stadium. Let's go, Canada geese. The Toronto poutine. And everyone goes, yum. I was going to do a Drake joke, and I think everyone's expecting there to be a Drake connection. And I would like to officially begin to halt and slow down the Drake washing of Toronto's culture by not making that joke. I know I'm speaking to it now, and that kind of defeats the purpose of like being like, I won't make this joke, I'll just talk about it. Hashtag stop the Drake washing. Okay, that is Sophie Alkezian, your correspondent, signing off.
Thank you, Sophie, for those. If you have an idea for what the Toronto team name should be, drop it to us. Let us know. And WNBA, if you're watching and listening to this, there you go. There's, again,
A free
we're giving
idea.
you the free stuff. Two big things for the WNBA, for the league, and some other big things happening for our players. Charter, Angel Reese going to the Met Gala.
She looked amazing.
She said, I went to the Met Gala. I slayed in New York, came back, slayed against New York. It's what I do.
It's true. Her coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, said, you should go. You should absolutely go. You've earned that. I loved seeing her support Angel to do that. And then, as Angel said, it didn't slow her down. She played really well against the New York Liberty. We can get into
Let's
that game.
talk about it. Let's talk about it.
As a Liberty girlie, it was hard to
Lost
watch.
by 50 points.
And it wasn't like, oh, we're putting in our rookies
yeah.
and let them see. They had in their starters. They had in our 5 all-stars.
They didn't score a point for the first 8 minutes of the game.
It was tough.
It was real tough. They were bricking. They were looking sloppy. It was like when they first started playing together last season and they were like cobbled together.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, y'all, none of this should be new.
And to me, Sloot gets a pass because she had biked 40 miles
Yeah.
at the 5-borough bike tour a couple days before. She's the only one that gets a pass. And also, she's our best friend.
She's our best freaking friend. Insert photo here of our best freaking friend.
So she gets a pass, but the rest of them, I was kind of like, what happened?
That game had me shaking in my boots.
What happened on that flight to Chicago?
Something spooked them. Whether that was a team dynamic thing, maybe they saw something crazy together. One time when I was in Jamaica, we were all on a bus to go to like a waterfall, and we all looked out the side of the window, and there was a dead horse on the side of the road.
Okay, yeah, that'll ruin
That
you.
shit bonds you.
Yeah.
And it will. I mean, we still had a great time at the thing, but it was.
It sobers the whole event.
Yeah, that would make you lose by 50 points.
If you live in the Chicago area and you saw a dead horse like near the airport, that maybe
And
the
you
Liberty,
were on the New York Liberty.
let us know.
Let us know. We're trying to piece this mystery together.
Yeah, maybe they stayed at a hotel that was haunted. I mean,
Yeah.
Chicago's an old city.
Yeah, they were in that Devil in the White City
Mhm.
hotel.
Yeah, shout out to what's his name?
Something white. E.B. White? Oh, H.H. Holmes.
Shout out H.H. Holmes. I think you would have been a big Sky fan.
Shout out E.B. White.
Shout out E.B. White.
I never said I was a smart person.
No. Neither
I'm
did
just someone who loves WNBA.
I sure do.
Anyway, so that game was spooky. So spooky that Amelia and I were afraid to go to the New York Liberty preseason game against Connecticut. And we drove up to Mohegan Sun for this game.
I was nervous. I
nervous.
also was like, I don't know what I was watching on TV. I need to get my eyes on the gals in person. Like, I need to see what is happening. Like, I need to see what's going on the bench. I need to see how Sandy is interacting with them, because what happened was chilling. But we did go up to Mohegan Sun Arena to see them play on Thursday, and they looked much better. You know, there's still something to be desired, I think, from all of them, but I'm sure they're holding back a bit because they don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
But Sabrina looked good.
Sabrina made up for that Tuesday night game against Chicago.
Yeah. Sloot was looking good. Benijah looked good.
Stewie barely played, I would say. She got low minutes.
I think Jonquel, I don't know. It's like she had a slow start last season too. I think Jonquel, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
When the time comes for the playoffs, Jonquel's going to show up. We know this.
But shout out to Jalen Sherrod.
I'm
you. So excited for her to be on our team.
Me too. She's like everywhere.
The Liberty won by, I think, 3 points or maybe 2 points. And it was the bench and the rookies and the training camp people that won it for him.
Yeah.
You know, like they didn't freak out and put in the starting 5 to be able to win it. They're like, let's let these girls play. Let's let the girls play.
And it was really cute. Sloot and Stewie and Sabrina were kind of on the sideline standing behind Sandy, like kind of coaching them.
Yeah.
Like encouraging the rookies.
Yeah, they were so excited. They were like all
cute.
smiles.
Yeah. And we've talked a lot about like how good the vibe in Las Vegas is and how we need some of that in New York. And I feel like we're seeing a little like embers that could burst into a flame
Of fun.
Of fun. Yeah. They're looking
fiery
like they're
fun.
having fun.
Yeah.
A fun fire.
A fun fire.
Yeah.
And also, I'll tell you what, watching Connecticut was very exciting because Rachel Bannum, you did the thing.
She banned him. Yeah.
She banned him. There you go, Connecticut. You got
Rachel
it.
banned him.
There's your teleprompter,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
But it was cool.
She had an amazing game. She had like 20 plus points. Yeah. She was sinking them threes.
She had the ball at the end of the game, and I was like, "Do not let
Do
her.
not,
Don't
yeah.
let her shoot it."
They put Sherrod on her, and she was on her.
Dejanay Carrington had a pretty good, at least
Amazing.
strong start
Love
to the
watching
game.
her play.
She's so fun. Yeah.
Go Baylor.
Of course, Alyssa Thomas. I love watching
Alyssa
her.
Thomas got injured, which I'm
I
like,
hope she's okay.
oh, I hope she's okay.
I hope it was just like a little ankle roll, nothing
Yeah.
serious.
DeWanna
but
Bonner, always a delight to watch.
She was
Uh,
shooting so well. She had a couple threes in a row.
she didn't do any of her crazy performances like we saw in the playoffs, but just
No.
wait for the season to
She's
start.
still
and
kind of
she'll-
writing her script up for how
Yeah,
she's going to
figuring out
perform.
her character.
Yeah. If you didn't watch our earlier episodes, we love our best actor,
Best actor.
DeWanna Bonner.
So that was our time at Mohegan Sun. Shout out to Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. We ate there.
We had some
And-
garlic bread with blue cheese.
I know that's right. And shout out to the casino slots that took
Mhm.
my money.
They took our money, but we'll be back to give you more money.
There's nothing more fun than playing some slots
It's
after
so
watching basketball.
fun.
We were like, if this is a blowout in either direction, let's just go gamble.
Yeah, but it wasn't. But
wasn't.
we still made time. We made
still
the
made
time.
You make the
Push
time.
a bunch of buttons, lost like a little, like not a scary amount of money.
There were some other exciting preseason games that happened. Phoenix and Seattle. We got to see the dog pound of the Phoenix Mercury roster together on the court.
I love them.
Natasha Cloud, Copper, KFC,
KFC, Sophie Cunningham,
DT, who said in an interview, "I'm the OG, not the IG," which
All right.
someone got to turn her mic off.
Yeah.
She's starting to sound like Jerry Seinfeld.
She is the Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, excited to see Nika Mule get to play with Seattle. That she wasn't able to play in the Canada game, so great to see her playing. Minnesota and Washington. Alyssa Peely had like 13 points, I think, in her game. Very exciting. What else happened?
I love when the rookies do well.
I do too.
It's just exciting. I feel like Cameron Brink's been looking pretty good.
Yeah, she's been
Ricky
doing great.
Jackson, like everybody's doing it.
Everyone's doing the thing.
And all of the talk of, oh, it's hard when you come in the W. It is, but they're doing a great job. They're doing great.
Atlanta and Indiana played. I'll tell you what. I think Nalissa Smith is going to get most improved player for this season.
She's
Just
calling
from what
it now.
I'm seeing from the first two games, I feel like I keep saying this. She's doing the thing. Just from watching these games, that's what I'm saying. Most improved player.
She's calling it now.
I'm calling it. And yeah, and then today, our day of recording, the Aces are playing the Puerto Rican national team, which seems so fun. I wish we would be able to watch it. But
yeah. And while they were on the East Coast for that game, they stopped by the White House. Of course, they're the funniest team in the league, so they're like putting out good content.
Gave Kamala and Joe their jerseys. Then they went down to South Carolina where they're having their exhibition game, preseason game, at the Colonial Life Arena, which is, of course, home to the South Carolina Gamecocks and Asia Wilson's statue.
Yeah, they love looking at Asia Wilson's statue.
They kept talking about her calves. They're like, damn, your calves are huge in this thing.
It really is amazing and so deserved that she has a statue there, but it's so crazy that she already has a statue there and she's still like, she's in her 20s.
Yeah.
She deserves it. Honestly, they should give her another statue.
I'm going to put a statue up in my house.
Yeah. Oh, okay. If you'd like to help us fund Kelsey's Asia Wilson statue.
Right here.
Yeah.
I have this negative space that we can put an Asia Wilson statue
I guess
in.
we could start with just an Asia Wilson candle, but
Yeah. Or like a cutout, like a Footlocker cutout. Yeah. But yeah, so excited for all the games to be starting this week. The rosters are being figured out, being finalized. I think there's maybe a couple teams that we still are waiting to see what's going to happen. There was some cuts to Atlanta. I know Destiny Henderson, D. Henny.
we love you, D. Henny. I
waived.
feel like she keeps getting shots and like this is the argument for like expand the league now because she should be in the league.
Yeah.
She's just like there's just not a spot for her right now.
Maybe there will be on the Torontos.
On the Torontos.
Emma Cannon was waived from Dallas, is back at Las Vegas.
Yeah.
A nice little homecoming for her, having played there before. So very excited. Just so excited for the week ahead. We got some great games happening. Liberty at the Mystics, the Fever at the Sun at Mohegan. Caitlin, hit up those slots, baby.
And the Yin Yang Twins are performing at
Yin Yang Twins are
halftime. So
performing
if
at
you're anywhere
halftime.
near, I would love to go back, but I cannot in the same week go to Mohegan Sun twice. My bank account cannot afford it.
I don't remember which team it is, but I think Big Boy is doing the halftime show for another. Yeah, multi-Grammy Award winner Big Boy to perform at the halftime of the Aces home opener.
Damn.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Did the Liberty have a performer for
They
halftime?
have not announced it
Oh my
yet.
gosh.
But their home opener is that Saturday the 18th.
Don't make
against
me move
Indiana.
to Vegas. I'm constantly threatening.
Yeah.
Don't make me move to Vegas,
Don't
New
make
York.
me move to Vegas. That's what Mima was saying, or Amelia. Sorry, I call her Mima, and you can too.
You can call me Mima.
Was saying during that during the New York Chicago game when they were down by 50 points.
I was like, I gotta move to Vegas.
And I gotta move to Dallas. We have the Lynx at Seattle. We have the Mercury at the Aces. That's for day one. Yep. And then, games throughout the week. It's so exciting. I am amped. I am amped.
If you're going to games, this is what I'd love is we go to a lot of Liberty games, so we can kind of tell you what's the vibe at the Liberty game. What are the little things happening in the arena? If you're going to other teams' games and you're a listener, let us know what is happening in Atlanta. What are their weird little traditions?
That's water. I know they say that.
Yeah,
Aftershocks.
what's going on at all the arenas? Let us know. We would love intel.
We would love to know, and you can send us a voice note. You can be featured in one of our podcasts if you want to let us know what your experience has been like at other games around the league.
And I hope that everybody after these preseason games gets a little bit of rest before the season starts, and I hope that the refs are doing some meditation and getting themselves in the right mindset for the season, because we really need them.
Yeah, I have nothing to say about the refs.
No, they haven't wronged us yet. They haven't wronged us yet. So we will say, once again, everyone involved with the WNBA is a hero. Period.
Bye.